title is Memories of My First Love and
On beepers.
Yeah, on beepers.
On beepers.
Okay.
Okay,
Good luck.
let's change it as a last bit. Do you happen to know what this device is?
Beeper.
Yeah. How did you know? Already. Yeah, pipi. Yeah. This is called beeper, and actually it's more popularly known as pipi. And after the sound it makes when it rings. For the first 6 months, when this device came out, it was seen as a status symbol in Korea. So everybody wanted to have this device. So people even put on beepers around their belts. Just for your information, beeper has two main functions. One is number texting service. So you can text a numeric message to your friends with the pager using a telephone, so that you could talk to each other. The other is voice message function. And the funny thing is, there is a symbolic number. You can use symbolic number as a means of effective communication. For example, number 8282. Well, can you guess what that is? Please come and speak as possible. I'll give you another hint. 10, 10, 2, 3, 5.
I love it so much.
Wow! 10 in Korean, 열. 2 is E. 3 is love. So I love you so much. So I remember I used to send this beautiful number message to my girlfriend.
Wow.
So today.
No.
Today.
First love.
I have something to tell you. This beeper brings back my favorite memories of my first love. My first love started when I was a senior in university. I met her through one of my seniors during winter break in Gwangju, in the southern part of Korea. It was not a blind date or anything like that. We just talked over coffee at a small, cozy cafe. And fortunately, we got to exchange our beeper numbers. About a year later, she got a job in a department store in Seoul. So she went up to Seoul. At that time, I was studying in Seoul to get a job. I was studying in a very, very, very tiny room called Koshiwon. So we met each other also 2 times a month. I really wanted to meet her as often as I could, but I couldn't, as she could only take a day off on Mondays. One thing for sure was that my heart fluttered whenever we are out on a date. And every time I was with her, I really wish time would stop forever. And also, I felt like I was walking on air. My emotions toward her grew stronger and stronger. In short, I became totally infatuated with her. Come to think of it, for the first time in my life, I got to understand and feel what's it like being in love. One day, I felt something very strong and strange on my chest. So out of curiosity, I drew on the part where I got this feeling. Amazing, it was so cold. Back then, getting a job was one of my top priorities. So there was so-called time limit in Korea. If you can get a job within 2 years after graduation, it would be almost impossible to get a job. Because there's a strict hierarchy based on age in Korea. There still exists in many Korean companies. So I was really frustrated by this time limit. One cold winter day, I made one of the biggest mistakes in my life. It was freezing outside. So as usual, after PPR, after paging her, I rushed to a telephone booth to call her. I was extremely frustrated as I couldn't see often and the situation around me. And on top of that, something bad happened around Christmas. I sent a bunch of beautiful flowers via a flower shop, but the delivery guy forgot to deliver it. With the uncontrollable set of emotions, I told her on the phone, I have to leave you because I love you so much. And then I hang up the phone. It was not a face-to-face conversation. So she took it very seriously. That was one of the biggest regrets. There's nothing I could do other than focus on my studies until I got a job. Finally, I got a job. And then I got to see her again. I tried my best to get back together, but she seemed to have no intention of resuming our relationship. She had a boyfriend. Also was going to get married soon. I was really, really heartbroken. I couldn't even listen to popular songs anymore, as it feels like they're all about me. So it took more than 5 years to get over her until I met my wife. Even though my painful breakup was really hard for me, but I learned a lot. I matured a lot, and more than anything else, I learned to think with my heart. One of the things I realized is that there are two parts in our body that enable us to think and feel. One is inside of your head. The other is the upper part of your chest. This is called heart brain, some people in the West, and heart chakra in the East. This is responsible for all sorts of feelings that you have. So if you didn't mind, if you draw the line again, thinking about a person right now you are in love with, it's going to be a heart symbol. I truly believe that this is going to be a real original heart symbol that people have been looking for so far. And last but not least, as we get older, we tend to use this brain too much. So that's why you got a lot of headache, right? So this goes for me too. So you gotta, you might as well use your heart brain. If you're not going to constantly using this heart brain, then you are going to activate and use them. Then lead to more balanced and more meaningful life. These are the lessons that I've learned from my first love. Thank you very much.